The late Gilles Villeneuve is to me one of the all-time greats of Formula 1. Although I'm too young to have witnessed him drive, the things that I've seen, read or heard all fueled my interest in this almost mythical figure. Yes, he was flawed, and this maybe even contributed to his untimely demise, but one thing is certain, he was a true artist, someone who endeared the fans and touched them in the heart with his bravery, speed and raw talent. Being a Ferrari man through and through, this made him an almost immortal figure in Italy, and his home country of Canada too, of course. The racetrack at the Ile Notre-Dame, the venue of the Canadian Grand Prix, is unsurprisingly named after him. On the start and finish line there's a poignant Salut Gilles painted on the tarmac, the same tarmac where Gilles scored his first win in F1 back in 1978. Charles Leclerc is somewhat seen as a modern incarnation of Gilles Villeneuve, adored by the tifosi, loyal to the prancing horse, the same boyish innocence, and blisteringly quick but often unlucky, it's got Gilles written all over it. I think Jean Alesi also fitted that bill. There are many similarities in between these three Ferrari legends. For the 2023 edition of the Canadian Grand Prix, Leclerc surprised everyone with a special helmet design. As a tribute to the local hero, he turned up with a modern interpretation of Gilles' lid. The fans and media loved the gesture, and Charles was gleaming, showing off his special helmet. For the Saturday free practice session, however, Charles suddenly turned up with his regular lid, leaving fans wondering why he was not using the Gilles tribute helmet. It transpired that the Villeneuve family was not amused by this situation, and it was said Leclerc was barred from using the helmet by them. The Villeneuves got a lot of abuse for it online, so much so that Jacques, who was actually not even involved, needed to explain the whole situation to the press. Apparently, Charles did not inform the family beforehand of his intentions, and with them overseeing the Villeneuve estate, including the rights on the helmet design, the situation had caught them by surprise. It was all amicably diffused, however, with Charles even inviting Gilles' wife Joanne and daughter Melanie to the Grand Prix. Of course, they were positively moved by the tribute to their late husband and father, and proudly posed for pictures with Charles and the much talked about helmet. As a Villeneuve, Ferrari and Charles Leclerc fan myself, I just had to get a mini version of that helmet. Luckily for me, French webshop Little Bolide, together with Florida-based 5 Diecast, commissioned a half-scale version of this specific lid. This edition comes in a limited run of only 300 pieces and is officially licensed by all parties involved. Price-wise, it's slightly more expensive than a regular release, but not by that much. This being a limited edition though, I guess the small price hike is justified here. The mini helmet comes in the typical style packaging the Ferrari helmets have been released in before. It's a red windowed box with a Ferrari logo on the front and a sticker with the model info on it. Above the window then is a model specific sticker on it too, showing this is a special commission for 5 Diecast and Little Bolide. Here you can see these are also individually numbered. This is number 251 out of 300. On the sides there are Bell logos on both sides. And the back and bottom then have all the licensing info by Ferrari and the helmet manufacturer Bell. The top flap then has a window in it too, which makes the box a bit flimsy in comparison with the completely closed ones. The helmet then just sits loose on this plastic mold. There's no extra protective pouch with this release. At first glance then, this mini version looks quite good. It comes with a tinted visor and some more little extra details all the more recent Bell releases come with. But let's now have a closer look at all of the interesting details that are featured on this special mini replica then. One thing that is noticeable immediately is that this helmet has smudges or some sort of dirt look effect on it. This is quite visible in the dark blue parts and in the orange red as well. And it honestly looks a bit weird. You kind of feel the need to wipe it off somehow. And I've seen some people also complaining about Bell's quality control not picking up on this issue. But this, however, is not a flaw, though. The real helmet had a raised look effect going on, so with streaks of dirt on it, basically. And this mini version is thus not wrong, but the execution is certainly not the best I've ever seen. This really looks more like a flawed helmet. Then there are the lack of smaller details that all Bell releases are suffering from. All extra aero pieces are missing, like the top vents or the lip spoiler, and Bell does cleverly sell those items separately. The rear spoiler is featured though, but is not in the correct shape. Bell normally releases these mini helmets that have a top rear spoiler with that shape integrated into the shell of the lid. Now, Ferrari, however, have been using distinguishable, differently shaped aero, so the rear of the mini helmet is a bit wrong. On the black hands anchors too, some homologation engravings are missing. Aside from that, I still think this mini helmet is actually not too bad. I like the combination of the two designs with the Villeneuve colors obviously predominantly present. Charles' personal touches come from the Monegasque flag on the bottom of the sides and back, and his tributes to his dad of course and to Jules Bianchi in the flag and on the top part as well. On the back there is his CL logo feature too, and the big number 16 on the top is in red and white, the national colors of his native Monaco. The Moto sponsor logos then are a bit annoying I think, but there's of course no way around it I guess. The large Ferrari badge above the eyeport and visor does really work well on this design. As per usual, I decided to mod this helmet a bit by adding the missing detail parts. Starting at the front, the clear chin spoiler was added. The tinted visor then is a nice touch, but the visor strip needed replacing as the real one was shaped differently. A few tear-offs have been added, and that small FIA hologram sticker on the visor as well. A rubber rain grommet has been attached to the top of the visor, and the top aero vents have been added too, together with the dummy dots on the top and on the back. So all of these additions really improve the look and really finishes it off. It's amazing how these upgrades can almost totally transform the appearance of these mini helmets. So this limited edition Charles Leclerc Villeneuve Tribute mini helmet then is better than I had expected it to be. I think the modern interpretation of that iconic design works well, and seeing it next to a real Gilles mini helmet, I think they've done a fairly decent job on it. The dirt effect is a bit unnecessary though in my opinion, and especially on the half scale it's maybe a bit poorly executed. It doesn't take away too much from this mini helmet though. I still like what it represents and the story behind it. Being a Ferrari, Gilles and Charles Leclerc fan, I'm happy someone made this official version, and it will certainly look good in my mini helmet collection. So now I would like to ask you, what do you think of this special edition half scale? Do you like the modern interpretation of Gilles' design, or do you see it as some sort of blasphemy? Let me know in the comments. So thanks for watching this review of the Charles Leclerc Villeneuve Tribute mini helmets. Leave a like if you enjoyed it and don't forget to sub. Check out the other content on the channel too, like this review I did of the Gilles Villeneuve GPA 1981 full scale helmet. In the meantime, take care and I hope to see you soon for our next one.